I say even our watchmen and PN should speak English. How can we develop, not learn English?
Yeah.
We want to develop English the way we develop our own mother tongue. If we talk about Pashto, how did we learn Pashto? We didn't join any academy, we didn't follow any grammatical rules, no book followed in that case, but we certainly developed that language because we had the opportunity of listening to that language. Now, how exactly learning starts? Learning is temporary, while the development is permanent. When we talk about
Yes, of course.
development, learning for a short period of time, we learn something to pass the exam. If we talk about some certain tenses, so that is only for the sake of passing the exam. I have seen multiple students when they learn something, so that is for short term, that
Yeah,
is
of
not
course.
long term. So change in plans start with development. When they heard their mom speaking Pashto, father speaking Pashto, they see their neighbors speaking Pashto, so they developed respectively. They like collaterally. They developed collaterally instead of learning. They collaterally developed their language, whether it was Pashto, Punjabi, Hinko, any language goes.
So then what is the problem with the system of education? Like we've been teaching English from class playgroup till FSC and till graduation, and even then our students are not able to utter a single word of English, and they even don't understand how to read, how to write. Writing is quite difficult, but they are, very weak in spoken. So what is the problem with our schooling?
Basically, starting from the scratch, it begins when the first impression comes to a student's mind that what is exactly English. If he takes it as a subject, then it is boring because subjects like mathematics, general science, so intricacies, there are some complications, there are some problems with those subjects. So then they attach the same problem to English as well. They think that English is also like a problem like we see in maths. So when they are yes, the problem is for teaching. If we teach someone English for 40 minutes, but for next 23 hours he keeps speaking Pashto, so it is impossible to develop something in 40 minutes. With writing takes time. If we come to the speaking process, the speaking can take a short while, and he can develop a certain amount of sentences, vocabulary.
Like we have only 40 minutes of the class, so why not we, our teachers, the government teachers, the private teachers, why don't they just focus on the language development in the class, in the 40-minute class?
Very good.
Like I have been experiencing, you also been experiencing, when you work on the language development, the children improve and they develop their speaking, their writing, everything improves. So we don't need to work on the grammar, on the exercises and the question and answers. So I think that is a big flaw in the
Education system.
system.
We put them in the footsteps of following the theory. While theory is for research, when you are researching over a certain subject, so then you go to different theories.
Like I was in one school, I was asking one MA teacher, he was MA English, so he was telling me, so this English book is not for language development, this is just a subject. I argued in that no, this English subject that we have introduced in the school, that is just meant for language development. If our students are not able to develop our language, so then what is its use? It, it's not good for us then. Even with Urdu, we should learn how to speak Urdu with the Urdu subject. If we are merely focusing on writing or reading, so that is not going to help.